Man called Scissor. Mr. Scissor. Man called Scissor. Mr. Scissor. Man called Scissor. Mr. Scissor.
All right, everybody. I was on YouTube and I saw this video and it made me want to react to another video. I wanted to see if you guys actually like this style of content. We can obviously keep it barber related. You guys could send me things you want me to react to, or if you don't like it, that's cool too. I decided I wanted to react to this because I know a lot of barbers are dealing with this situation where people are talking crap saying that the value of a haircut could never exceed $50 or $100. There are many factors where a haircut should and is exceeding $50, $100. That's kind of what this video is about, and I want to react to it, see if you guys are entertained by this content. So without further ado, let's just see what it's about.
How much money I get? I don't think there's a haircut out there that's worth $100. I don't give a fuck. Yo, I don't give a fuck. I don't care. I don't care who you cut. You can cut. I don't give a fuck if you cut motherfucking Thanos. I don't care.
And that's crazy, right? Because you know he makes the money to pay $100 for a haircut, and he also probably has his barber come to him. For those of you that are mobile barbers, how do you break down the price for traveling? For me, it goes based upon time. It doesn't even matter about gas. It doesn't matter about wear and tear on my vehicle, whether it's the bus or my truck. It's literally my time. How much could I make in the time stationary compared to how long it's going to take me to do this one haircut? So that's how I look at it. How do you guys look at it?
I don't ever, bro. I'm sorry, bro.
I charge what I charge as a barber for a list of reasons. And the list of reasons goes way deeper than just the fact that you're getting a nice ass haircut. You feel me? The first reason is I'm a professional. I put blood, sweat, and tears behind what I know, so I actually know what the fuck I'm doing. You feel me? I remember as a kid, my mom used to send me to the barber shop with like $12, you know, an extra.
When you were a kid,
$2 for the tip. And you know, the barber, he wouldn't bat an eye, he wouldn't complain, he was always friendly when I went there. Life was so simple. As I got older, the prices kind of increased a little bit, which made sense. My head got...
Prices increase. Not only because you got older, because of inflation, because of the cost of everything else. So
bigger, forehead extended a whole lot. So, you know, the prices went from like $15 to like $25. When I was in college, I was first.
Not only did your head get bigger, but you grew a mustache. You grew a beard. So now you need to be shaved. You need to be lined up on your face too. Sometimes these beards and mustaches feel like a whole nother haircut. So it's like you're doing two haircuts in one. Haircut up here, haircut down here.
We paid $25 for a haircut, and I just remember thinking, damn, like prices done went up. Like, I mean, it done doubled since I was a kid. Those days are over. Now, barbers are charging $25 to $40 for just a lineup. Ladies, if y'all know what a lineup is, that's just making a line along this edge right here, all right?
Listen, ladies, you're telling the ladies are willing to pay for their services. That's the problem. Us barbers are dealing with cheapskates that don't want to pay for quality. I've been a barber for 20 years, so you don't want me to have a raise? I can't get a raise? So you work at your job, you can get a raise, you can react to these videos and you get more subscribers, you get a raise. Like, barber can't get a raise? I'm actually performing a precision skill. And you have your favorite barber, right? Why you go to that favorite barber? Because he does better than everybody else. So.
And an actual haircut can easily go for $45 to $100. And most of these barbers call themselves celebrity barbers. You might see them on Instagram.
Not most of them.
It's like the more followers
just the price.
Get, the more they charge. Which, I mean, I kind of understand.
But that does happen. There's a lot of barbers that call themselves celebrity barbers. They cut a couple people that got a big name, and then they start charging these crazy prices. And yeah, it happens. Or there's barbers that get into the game. They haven't built their reputation or their skill or their client base, and they think they're going to charge premium prices. So for me, I keep my OG clients at $20. Some of y'all might think that shit is crazy, but I have a mixture of prices. I tell my clients, yo, you better remember the price that you get in here on, because that's your special grandfathered in price. I know a lot of barbers that all of a sudden every so often they say, oh, the cut's more, and they tell their clients more. And I feel bad to do that because my clients got me to where I'm at now. And those people at the beginning were trusting me when I wasn't that good. So now these new people are coming in and you're getting charged a premium price to be added into my full schedule. So there's a mixture. It goes from $20 all the way to $200 and plus in some cases. You have a wide range of prices that people pay me throughout my client base. And it's not off of favoritism. It is off of grandfathering in when you finally first started coming to me. Whatever price I charged you then is the price you stayed at. So there's some people $20, some people $40, some people $60, and it is what it is, you know? That's how I do it.
Supply and demand. These celebrity barbers have messed the game up. So recently, Casanet had something to say about the new prices, and now people are calling him broke. Listen to this.
How much money I get? I don't think there's a haircut out there that's worth $100. I don't give a fuck. Yo, I don't give a fuck. I don't care. I don't care who you cut.
I don't give a fuck. It's not about the haircut. Like I said, it's about the time. Bro, you record and you record and you stream and you stream and you stream and you stream because you get paid for your time. You're not getting paid for some special skill you have. Like you're entertaining and you get paid for your time to entertain. So I'm getting paid for my time to provide you a service. It's not really about what you think the quality or the level of the cut should be. It's the convenience factor. And it's my time is what you're paying for.
I don't give a fuck if you cut motherfucking Thanos. I don't care. I don't ever, bro. I'm sorry, bro. I don't give a the barber world. I don't know who the barber world is and shit. They might hate me for this, but deep down inside, I truly feel like $100 is crazy, gang.
If your barber leaves his shop, comes to you, it takes him 30 minutes to get to you. It takes him time to set up his clippers at your location in your room, wherever he's gonna cut you. After he cuts your hair while you're jumping and moving and talking and, you know, making the haircut take longer. That's cool with us though. We like talking shit. That's the point of the haircut, but I'm just explaining how time works. So we spend that time cutting your hair, then we have to clean up, pack up, commute back to the next spot or to our spot where we cut stationary, where we have our majority of our clients. An hour for your cut, 30-minute commute each way. Bro, I can make more than $100 in the barbershop. Why would I come to you for $100? Do you understand what I'm saying? That's how you look at it, bro. It's not about the cut. It's about the time. You appreciate your barber. You like the quality of cut he's giving you. So now you must pay for his time.
No matter how much equipment is being used. No, probably, I don't know for bald niggas. For bald niggas, it might be different. Because you might need to add like treatment and shit. And I understand house visits, because you know gas and shit. Nah, damn, wait, hold on now. Hold on. That's a real nigga combo.
See? He's starting to think about it now. Let's see if he understands. He's starting to think about it.
Wait, hold on though. House calls is crazy because of gas and shit.
That's one factor.
Gotta, like, put you in the schedule.
For y'all that don't know, Casanet has over 100,000 subscribers on Twitch that are subscribing for at least $5 a month. Now, I mean, so the dude is covering at least 250,000 if Twitch is taking a cut a month. And for him to say, yo, $100 is too much, that tells you it's not the money that's the problem. It's the principle. Because let's be honest.
It's not the principle, bro. I just broke it down to you. Like, is it hard to understand? Kai can make that much money and don't understand? You over here got your nice room, your nice hat, your nice jewelry, you're making money. And you don't understand about time and money? I don't get it.
Had the cuts really gotten better? Like, are you getting some type of haircut nowadays that you just couldn't get back in the day? Or are the barbers just really good at using enhancements? And I ain't gonna lie, by using enhancements on every cut, I feel like you're just a really good painter.
So this is what I could agree with. Not everybody using enhancements is covering up a bad cut. But the enhancements have taken over the industry. People are covering up bald spots. People are literally using it as hair replacement, and you can tell that it's not, and they're just over exaggerating it. And then you have a lot of barbers that are using it to cover up bad fades or bad lineups. So when the customer go home, they wash it off, you know, it lightens up, and now the cut's not crisp. It looks crazy. That's a bad look for us. So So these guys are giving us a bad look. So I agree with them with that. If you think that's what you're paying for, then you messing with the wrong barbers, bro. Like, I don't even use enhancements, you know. And thankfully, man, every time I get a client, it doesn't matter. They stay with me long term. First cut. I've been blessed. Yeah, I agree with that.
Learned how to really blend the paint. But what happens once I take a shower? The haircut is gone. So now I done paid
Yeah.
$100 or $50 for a haircut that didn't even last me 3 days, or only last me 3 days. Like, I can't wash my hair. Like, why can't I wash my hair after getting $100 cut? If I pay,
they charging you for the paint job. See, would you rather pay $100 for a cut that lasts you a week without washing off when you shower? That's what you gotta look at, man. You gotta find the right barber. You gotta understand the barber's time is value. You know, his cut is important, but his time is what's valuable. Sometimes I'm so busy, man, I'm struggling, exhausted to give myself a haircut before something like a holiday or a family event or something where I really need to be clean. I feel a little rough right now. It's been a couple days, but I feel like I need a cut. But I'm tired. I've been cutting all day. A barber's time is his value.
$100 for a haircut, I should be
You know
able
what?
to do whatever the hell I
Let's
want to
skip
do.
through this. Let's skip through this. I don't do that.
Here's what I would say about $100 haircuts. Most of the barbers that are telling you that they're charging $100 a haircut are not getting $100 a haircut. They tell you that because it looks good on the internet and it makes you want to click on their page. But most of them, they ain't getting it like that. And even if they are charging $100 a haircut, most of them are sitting around. Now, there are barbers that are getting $100 a haircut. But again, those are barbers that are very good at their craft, good customer service, and they built up enough of a demand to get to the spot where they have a bunch of...
Yes. So demand is a thing too. Like I said, time. If I have a full schedule and somebody else is trying to get on, and I know that it takes time for me to put them in my schedule and it might actually interrupt my loyal clients, the only way you can get onto my schedule now is the next step in premium price. So when I feel too much volume, I'll always add the price. Like if I'm just exhausted and my schedule is just constantly too full, the new people got to pay more, the old people continue to pay. So if you want to get in there, you want to get on rotation, and you want me to work harder and work more hours to add more to my schedule, then it's a premium.
That pay them $100 a haircut. What barbers have to understand is they don't have to get paid $100 a haircut to have a very good career, make a lot of money, and be financially set as a barber. It doesn't have to be something that you do. And the truth is, most barbers...
If you're charging $25 per haircut, and that haircut takes about 30 minutes, you have clients coming in back to back, right? You just made $50 an hour. $50 an hour.
So I take an hour on my clients, even if their cut doesn't take an hour, maybe it's like 45 minutes. There's some cuts, no matter how hard I try, it's only going to take 30 minutes. And I know that because it's my clients that I've been had. I can schedule them accordingly. If you're doing 20-minute haircuts or 30-minute haircuts and you're doing 25 plus a day, that shit is exhausting. Anybody like this guy or Kai, y'all making videos. I don't know if this guy's making a living off of this or he has another job, but it is fucking torture. The physical abuse, you would never understand the physical abuse that it is to cut hair. How rough it is on the body to stand for hours and hours. And you're telling us to work 12 hours a day to make what you think is a lot, but is not a lot. Then how do I ever give myself a raise? Once I cap out and I fill my schedule, how do I give myself a raise from there? You know what I mean? Like, you don't want to pay more than $25. You want me to cut two heads in an hour to make $50 an hour, and you don't want to pay any more. Eventually I could fill my day and cap out. What the fuck do you want me to do from there? That's it? Forever until I'm fucking 50 years old, I'm making the same money? Nah, bro, it don't work that way. I need a raise, or there's no point of being a barber for long term.
Times, let's just say, as if you was doing this full time, 8 hours a day, times 40 hours out of the week. That's $2,000 in a week. Times 4, that's $8,000 in a month. Times 12, that's $96,000 in a year.
It's not that easy.
Some really good money.
It's
You're
not
right
that easy.
there at
That's exhausting.
6 figures. So
to make 6 figures at that price is like the most exhausting way to be a barber. You do not want an exhausted barber. You want a happy, pleasant, yo, I'm so happy to see you, bro. I appreciate you, barber. Trust me.
I have to charge $40 as if you wasn't making good money at $25 a cut. I feel like you was probably getting more clients too when you had the $25 a cut. I gotta fix that light, man.
business is business and I need a raise. I've been cutting 20 years. I'm not making the same amount of money for 20 years. You don't work in a job and expect to make the same amount of money for 20 years, bro. It's just not reality. You're not living in reality. Let's see. I'm pretty much done, but we'll see.
To cut my hair. You're a barber. And look, man, I respect it. I know y'all got to pay over.
Hold on.
And who doesn't like, good conversation when they feel like talking? Now, I mean, he's going to stop talking if he catches the vibe. Bro, this is all just common decency. I should not be paying for convo. I should not be paying for you to run your business as a business. You should just be running your business as a business. What does that have to do with the quality of cut that I'm getting?
All right, I'm done. For me, bruh, these guys don't really know what they talking about when it comes to being a barber. Let me know what y'all think if my perspective is on point, but that's how I feel. I feel like we're based on our time. That's our value. If you want to pay for our time, then good. If you don't want to pay for our time, that's good too. Go to a $25 an hour or $25 cut barber. Catch him on a tired day. I don't know what else to say. This stuff been hurting my brain for years. I've dealt with it through my career. People hitting me up saying, my friend goes to you, can I get a cut? And I tell them the price and they're like, yo, that's way too expensive. I said, it's all right, bro. My schedule's full. You can go to another place. But I worked years to get my schedule full and I took walk-ins and I cut at those prices and I did all that. So don't let me fool you. I did the grind. I worked to the point where I was appointment only and I built my clientele, and now my clientele brings me clientele and they all appreciate my time and they understand things are good, but it's still exhausting. For all y'all out there tired, the cuts feel repetitive and it is exhausting. Sometimes it's hard to maybe you're socially burnt out and it's hard to be positive and happy for that client that day. Just know us real barbers feel you. I got some new clippers and we're going to drop that review pretty soon here. Sorry, I'm not looking at the camera. I got to start looking at the camera. But I appreciate y'all. Thank you for liking. Thank you for subscribing. Share. Keep the comments coming. If you like these reaction videos, I'll get better at them. I'll get more animated and how I am with my clients and when we're joking around and stuff. And I'll get more used to it if you like it. Send me some things you'd like me to react to and we'll catch you on the next one. Clipper videos coming soon. Thanks for watching. Scissor Hands out.